The reviewing officer, sir, Your Excellencies, senior officers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we shall now have the honor of listening to the valedictory speech by the reviewing officer. May I, at this juncture, most respectfully invite the reviewing officer, the immediate past Commandant, Nigerian Defense Academy, Major General Abdul Khalifa Ibrahim OFR, for his valedictory speech. The reviewing officer, sir.
The Commandant, Nigerian Defense Academy, Major General Oti Olatoye, former Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Yusuf Buratai, retired. The General Officer commanding 1 Division, Nigerian Army, Commander Sector 1, Northwest Operation Fansanyama. The Air Officer commanding Air Training Command, the Commandant, Armed Forces Command and Staff College, Commandant of Tri-Service and other military training institutions, Commanders, the Deputy Commandant, Nigerian Defense Academy, the Academy Provost, the outgoing coordinator, Nigerian Defense Academy Officers' Wives Association, Hajia Hadimatu Saidia Ibrahim and her esteemed entourage, principal staff officers of the Nigerian Defense Academy, the Cadets Brigade Commander, senior military and paramilitary officers, both serving and retired, senior academic and non-academic staff of the Nigerian Defense Academy, chief instructors, the Academy adjutants, commanding officers, the Academy Regimental Sergeant Major, soldiers, ratings, and airmen. Permit me to also recognize the fact that my mother is in the audience. Gentlemen, officer cadets, members of the press, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I stand before you at the close of 33 years of fulfilling military service, overwhelmed with gratitude to Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and great pride in what we have accomplished here in the Academy within a short period of time. Serving our beloved nation, Nigeria, and leading this esteemed academy, the cradle of the Nigerian military profession, has been one of the great honors of my career. The Nigerian Defense Academy is not merely an institution. It is a center of leadership, intellect, and patriotism, upon which the Armed Forces of Nigeria stands. Though my career is ending in NDA, however, my career transcends many other units, formations, and active operations both within Nigeria and outside Nigeria before this terminal point here in NDA. Permit me to pay tribute to the brave men and women whom I had the privilege of commanding in the course of my career. I equally honor the memory of all those who lost their lives in the course of defending our country. My military journey began in earnest in 1992 when I was commissioned into the Nigerian Army Infantry Corps as a member of 39th Regular Combatant Corps. Like every young officer, I carried a heart full of hope and a mind determined to serve. From those early days as a platoon commander in 177 Battalion Shaki in Oyo State, I learned that leadership is not about rank or privilege, but about responsibility, courage, and the will to serve others. Over the years, I have been privileged to hold diverse command, staff, and instructional appointments both in Nigeria and abroad. These appointments shaped my understanding of leadership, professionalism, and sacrifice. I had the privilege of commanding, amongst others, the 1 Division Garrison in Kaduna, the 14th Brigade in Ohafia, Abia State, the 7th Division in Maiduguri, Borno State, the Multinational Joint Task Force in N'Djamena, Chad, where I remained the longest serving force commander. I commanded my revered corps, the infantry, before being appointed Commandant of the prestigious Nigerian Defense Academy, from where I am retiring. In all my commands, I try to lead from the front and value team spirit and cooperation in getting the mission accomplished. I had the privilege of serving as a member of the ECOMOG forces in Liberia in the 90s, and also served several tours of duty as a UN peacekeeper in Liberia and Sudan. As first commander of the MNJTF, I had troops under me from Nigeria, from Niger, from Cameroon, from Chad, and of course, staff officers from the Benin Republic. I saw firsthand the power of collaboration and regional solidarity in counter-terrorism operations. I want to humbly urge the Nigerian state to follow this line. When I assumed duty on the 29th of April, 6 months ago, as the 33rd Commandant of this academy, my vision was clear: to consolidate on the gains of my predecessors and reposition the academy as a center of excellence committed to producing officers who are intellectually sound, morally upright, and tactically proficient. Guided by discipline, teamwork, and faith in the Academy's mission, we pursued reforms that touch every facet of our institutional life. This range from training and infrastructure to academic excellence to welfare and character development of our cadets. We refined the Academy's outlook through a comprehensive infrastructural renewal program. Despite the paucity of funds, we restore regimental pride and discipline as the bedrock of officer formation. We place cadets at the heart of every decision. Through improved welfare, accommodation, hygiene facilities, and others, we improve morale, capacity, and discipline. We institutionalize performance-based assessment and transparent foreign training selection. Equipment and clothing were also procured. The academic front was also fortified as standards improved as a result of systematic and performance-based evaluation. Administrative reforms led to improved governance, transparency, and internal security. Staff found culpable in the academic selection, examination, racketeering were fished out and dismissed from service, underscoring our commitment to discipline. The last personal parade and the pre-personal parade activities were adjudged as some of the best ever. The recent selection process was also adjudged very transparent. On the whole, we are leaving the academy better than we met it in all ramifications, and I believe this will be sustained and even improved upon under the new management under Major General O.T. Olachoye. General Olachoye, I wish you all the best. As I bow out of service, I want to humbly advise those coming behind us to continue to care for the men and equipment placed under their care, to continue to be tough but compassionate leaders, to continue to be proactive and mission-oriented leaders. Continue to think outside the box, and sooner rather than later, you will achieve your mission. Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, permit me at this juncture to thank and appreciate the Federal Republic of Nigeria for the privilege of serving my country as a soldier and rising to the cherished rank of a Major General. I thank the government also for the recognition of awarding me the national honor of Officer of the Order of the Federal Republic, a honor I will cherish to the end of my life. I equally appreciate the government and people of the Republic of Chad who conferred on me the Chadian National Honor of National Order of Chad. I remain eternally grateful. I appreciate the Nigerian Army for the privilege of serving, and I will remain a loyal officer, even in retirement, willing to contribute my quota to national development whenever it is needed. I want to thank the President of Nigeria, Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, GCFR, for the opportunity to serve. I thank the outgone Chief of Defense Staff and Service Chiefs for their support. My great appreciation and thanks also goes to the immediate past Chief of Army Staff, now our esteemed Chief of Defense Staff, my friend and brother, General O.O. Oluyede, a true leader, for appointing me as Commandant of this noble institution. I also want to specially and most profoundly thank and appreciate former Chiefs of Army Staff, Lieutenant General T.Y. Buratai, retired. Under General Buratai, I was a brigade commander. I was also General Officer commanding 7th Division. I remember his guidance. I remember the support that my division received from General Buratai. I cannot thank you enough, sir. God bless you. I also appreciate Lieutenant General Farouk Yahaya, who was the theater commander when I was General Officer commanding 7th Division. He was very supportive. I have never entered his office to look for something that General Yahaya would not make available. And later, he appointed me first commander of the multinational joint task force. I appreciate you both, sir. I will end by thanking my family, my wife, children, my late father, who I wish was here today. But I'm grateful to God that my mother is still around. I also Thank you. I also want to thank all those who supported me in my journey. My classmates, some of whom are here, my secondary school mates, some of whom are also here, my friends from civil life that I started this journey with today. I thank you all for coming. Lastly, I wish the new service chiefs all the best. I believe they have what it takes to finally end our security challenges. But I urge that they should be supported. It is only when they are supported and the people of Nigeria come together to support them. If we are able to have a whole of society approach, then we'll be able to end the challenges. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you all, and may He restore peace and prosperity to our great country, Nigeria. I want to thank the Commandant of NDA, Major General Oti Olatoye, for organizing this polling out ceremony, and of course, his principal staff officers. I sincerely appreciate this. I want to also appreciate the officers and cadets on parade. This is a magnificent parade. The memory of this parade will be with me to the end of my life. I noticed how the color party were struggling. Most of my career, when I used to be on parade, I was always carrying colors, and I know what it means to have a parade on a windy day. So special thanks to everybody on parade and to those members of the color party. May God bless the Nigerian Defense Academy. May God bless the Nigerian Army. May God bless the Armed Forces of Nigeria. God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless you till we meet again. Thank you.
Nigerian Army Outstanding Defensive Command Medal, General Operation Medal, Bachelor of Arts, Honor, Master of Science, Member, National Institute of Management. Team 15. Team 15.
Your Excellencies, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, the parade commander, Major Yui Obu, is marching smartly to take permission from the rebel officer to march up the colors parade.
is gone! Commandant is gone! And for the rest of the parade to march up! March!
At this point, may I most respectfully crave the indulgence of the European officer to please remain on the saluting days and take the final respects while the color party marches on the parade ground.
March up! Die Feuer! Ja! Die Feuer! Frieden! Aus!
Please, shall we all rise as the color party marches on the parade ground? Officers and warrant officers in uniform are to salute. Thank you. You may please have your seats. Academy Executive Battalion, Colonel Hedges Babayo, to please invite the reporting officer to exchange pleasantries with dignitaries and thereafter invite him to take a group photograph. First, with Commandant Nigerian Defense Academy and parade organizers at the entrance of the parade ground. Thereafter, the reviewing officer will take another group photograph with dignitaries at the headquarters Nigerian Defense Academy photo stand.
Of the special guest of honor,